I have produced 6 YouTube videos dealing with various possibilities for an afterlife. These have covered a range of alternatives, from the traditional ideas of heaven to Nietzsche's theory of eternal recurrence and the theory of serial time proposed by Dunn. I feel I now must include a possible answer to the often asked question of do dogs go to heaven, and nail my colours to the mast by answering with a resounding yes they do. To this end I include a short extract from a workbook by Rodney Davis, written in 1987, which I believe to be relevant to the subject. In 1980, Lady, the much-loved Labrador dog of Walter Manuel, a resident of Los Angeles, died. During the 3 weeks following Lady's death, the distressed owner dreamed of her 4 times. Each dream was pleasant in itself, yet unusual in that water formed a common thread that linked them. In the first dream, Manuel saw Lady swimming across a lake to retrieve a duck he had shot. In the second, Lady was gambling in the surf while the family was on holiday. In the third, the dog was with him as he did some angling in a trout stream. And in the fourth, Lady jumped into the swimming pool in the garden to collect a stick that he had thrown for her. Walter Manuel could understand why he dreamed about his beloved Lady, but was puzzled by the ever-present water. "I wonder why this is," he said to his wife. "There were so many other things that we did together." 4 nights after the last dream, Manuel again dreamed about the dog, except that instead of seeing her, he only heard her frantically barking, just as she had done when some prowlers had entered the garden. On that occasion, Manuel had jumped out of bed, grabbed his rifle, and gone quickly to the window to frighten them off. The dream also had him rushing to the window, where he was stunned to see his 2-year-old son Jason kneeling on the edge of the swimming pool, reaching out to the bright reflection of the full moon in the water. As the child fell in, he raced down to the pool and was in time to rescue him from drowning. The dream had enabled him to save his son. "Nothing will shake my conviction," he said afterwards, "that in some way that cannot be explained, Lady actually warned me of the danger. It is just what she would have done if she had been alive." If Lady did warn her master from beyond the pale of death that his son was in danger of drowning, it naturally suggests that dogs undergo the same sort of consciousness separation as we do when we die. And if this happens to dogs, then why shouldn't it also happen to cats, horses, rabbits, rats and mice, and indeed to every other sort of animal? After all, why should we be the only creatures that have souls? Other living things are so similar to us physiologically that it would be quite extraordinary if they were unlike us in this respect. And anyway, there have been sufficient sightings of spectral dogs, cats and horses to suggest that at least these animals survive death.